Hi pen fans, this is your personal pen maker, Brian at the Edison Pen Company, edisonpen.com. I hope that everybody's doing really well. Hey, it's time. I know it's a little bit later in the year than normal, but we are announcing our annual Signature Line Group Buy Limited Edition. Now just so you know, we do this once a year. Normally we do it in the spring, but we really had way too much on our plates at the time. That's why I was apologizing earlier for not having this announced when I wanted to. And then of course the DC Pen Show was crazy, and so I wanted to have it announced before the DC Pen Show, but that couldn't happen either. So today's the day. We are ready to announce the 2014 limited edition Group Buy pen. Now, just so everybody knows, this is the only time that you will ever see an Edison pen Signature Line model discounted. We do this once a year, and so this is your chance. If you've been waiting for like a Signature Line pen at a discounted price, now's the time. We only do this once a year. So, before I get too far into this, I do want to mention, now there are a bit of logistics to this that you need to understand if you want to participate in this. So I do recommend, I'm not going to go through all these logistics on camera. I'm going to put them on the blog post that will accompany this video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on one of the forums, I really recommend that you head over to edisonpen.com and find the blog post. It'll be the one at the top, I promise. I'm not going to move it here while we're doing this. So the blog post at the top should say something like, you know, 2014 limited edition Group Buy pen. Go over there to see all the logistics, please. I'm not going to cover everything in this video. So, that being said, the 2014 limited edition Group Buy pen will be at Glenmont. It'll be in ebonite and also in acrylic. The same as how we've done these in the past. We offer ebonite at a discount, and then we offer acrylic at a discount. And I'm really excited at about the materials that we have set up for you this year. Now, I'll get into more detail about those later. I'm going to show you the photos, going to show you, you know, how the pens look, and then I'll get into more details about those materials in a little bit. A couple of logistics that I will get into on the video. Couple things that are probably most important is that the way this works is that we take our orders all in advance, then we order materials, and then we start manufacture. Now what does that mean? If you order your pen today, or within the window of the buying period, we will have a buying period, which means that, you know, for a 3-week period you'll be able to buy this pen. Once the buying period is over, then no more orders are taken, no exceptions. I'll get more into that on the website as well. But the bottom line with all of this is that because we're taking specific orders, you're not going to buy this pen today and then get it next week. It could be about a month for us to manufacture these after we close the buying period, or it could be 2 or 3 months. Now fear not, we always give updates. We always, like if you buy into this project, you're going to see manufacturing updates. You're going to see the pens kind of being born, if you will, you know what I mean? We're going to have, you know, probably some video presentation. So as we move along with manufacturing, you're going to get updates and you can see where we are. So there's not going to be a major surprise as to when your pen is delivered. So the last thing that I'll get into on the video here is pricing. Normally these pens would be priced at $250 retail with a steel nib. The ebonite version will be priced at $190, so that's a pretty significant discount. And then the acrylic version will be priced at $180, again, a pretty significant discount. So like I said, I want to stress the importance of going to edisonpen.com to view this blog post to get all the logistics, all the details. Please do that if you want to participate in this, so you're not surprised by any interesting logistic that happens, or you know, we don't do this the way that you would normally buy a pen. So please go to the website to get all those details. So with that in mind, let me show you these pens, all right?
Okay, so this is the first of 2 pens that we'll be offering within this limited edition Group Buy. Now this is a red and black ebonite, or a lot of times we call it Cumberland ebonite, or like a wood grain red-black ebonite. Now some of you might say, hey Brian, you know what, I think you've been using this red and black ebonite for a long time. We've seen a lot of pens made from this. Why is this special? Actually, this is special. About 6 months ago, I found a new supplier for our ebonite, and I'm very, very happy with the supplier. The material itself is less porous on a microscopic level. This means it takes an amazing shine. It really takes a better shine than any other ebonite that I've used in the past. I think that the red and the black colors are also a lot richer than what we've ever had in our other selections of what I would call our Cumberland ebonite or our red and black ebonite. I'm just much happier with this. We've actually never used this material in a production setting yet. So this will be the first that we're using this new Cumberland from this new supplier in any kind of a production type setting. So far we've made, just some custom pens from this, but nothing offered on a larger scale. The other thing that I like about this is that the wood grain pattern of this supplier, they're really doing a great job of making sure that the wood grain pattern is a lot more uniform. If you look closely at that, you'll see how those cathedral arcs are all very uniform and they're concentric to the center of the rod. So they really are much better than what I've seen in the past, and the uniformity of the pattern is really impressive. Quite honestly, I think I already said this, but this is the best ebonite that I've used. I'm very impressed with this supplier, and I have no plans on changing who my ebonite supplier is at this point. Here is a close-up of the engraving. Now I realized I made a mistake on this engraving. Just so you know, I'm going to clarify here. The engraving says, LEAP. Now that stands for Limited Edition Artist Proof. I realized that the actual engraving is going to say LEE. Now LEE stands for Limited Edition Ebonite, and then of course the acrylic pen will say LEA, Limited Edition acrylic. So I did make a mistake on that engraving, but since it's the artist proof, that's not a big deal. On the real thing, on the real products that we'll be producing, the engraving will say LEE for limited edition ebonite, and then of course one of however many we make. Let's say we make 80 pens, it'll be one of 80. The other one, of course, the acrylic pen will say LEA, and then number one of however many we made. So just to clarify, that engraving is actually a slight mistake, and we'll get that right when it's time to do the real production run. Okay, the other pen that we will be offering here is this, and this is, some of you might recognize this because we've used this in the signature line before. It's Pearlized Wine. Now, we have never been able to offer this in any kind of a production setting because of the fact that it comes to us so expensive, or at least it used to. I was able to work out something with a supplier to where I could get this at a reasonable price and we could offer this for this limited edition group buy. Now you'll notice that last year we did the acrylic pen at a price of $175. This year we're doing this acrylic pen at $180, and the reason is because it's still priced pretty decent, but I still got it at a price point where we could offer this in this production setting. Now for those of you that have seen this live before, you're going to realize, or you do realize immediately, this material has the most depth, pearlization, or really the term is chatoyance, that we've ever used in any pen material. It really is stunning, and you'll see as we go along here, I've done my very best to do some good photography, some good videography, so that people can really see the depth of this. I don't want to oversell this, but I guarantee you that when you hold this pen live in your hand, it will look even more stunning than what I can do with my photos here and what I can do with my videography here. Although I think I've done a pretty decent job, please take a look here and consider that this depth of this pen is so amazing. It really is. The depth, the pearlization, if you want to call it chatoyance, that's why I wanted to do a video where this was rotating in the light, because it really has an amazing depth to it. I'm super excited about being able to offer this new ebonite, but I'm also really excited that we found a way to get this material in a quantities and a price that we could offer in this group buy setting and also still get a significant discount on it, because this isn't the type of material that I can normally offer in any kind of setting that would be other than custom, at full retail price for a custom pen. Now, in addition to the studio lighting that you just saw, I wanted to get this in natural light to hopefully show this rotating, like right there on the cap. I think you can see as I twist that back and forth, you can see that shimmer, that pearlization, or the term is chatoyance. That's what I'm trying to capture here, and that's why I wanted to try and use natural light holding this in my hands, so that you could hopefully accurately see how this really does have an amazing amount of depth to it. And like I said, for those of you that have ordered this material from the signature line before, you can attest to the fact that when you see this pen live, it does have even a bit more shine and impressive depth to it than what I can truly capture here on this video. And then the same as the limited edition Ebonite pen, I did make a mistake on this engraving as well. That will say LEA for limited edition acrylic, and then it'll of course be numbered 1 out of however many the series will be.
Okay, so that is the pen. If anybody has any questions, leave them in the comment section of wherever you're watching this, be it, the Edison blog, YouTube, the forums, wherever you're leaving this, or you can always send us an email as well. Again, pricing for Ebonite is $190. Pricing for acrylic is $180, normally $250. And then lastly, the buying period will be 3 weeks. It's open right now, and it will be closed midnight Friday, September 5th. So a 3-week buying period. Okay? Everybody have a good one. Thanks a lot.